Right now, let's go to Lisa Balick, who's joining us live in South Portland and telling us more about the vaccine situation.
Now, Lisa spoke with a Providence doctor who treats COVID patients. And Lisa, they're seeing a new trend with patients right now?
Yeah, the problem is that, keep in mind that the vaccine has been shipped here starting back in December, but the variants are just not keeping up with the vaccine, and the same thing, vaccine not keeping up with the variants.
I fear what's going to happen over the next few weeks.
The next 3 weeks are when the variants of COVID are expected to continue attacking unvaccinated Oregon and Washington residents at a time when most are still not fully vaccinated, sending younger people to the hospital and into the intensive care units. Hospitals warning those beds are already filling up. Statewide, 339 hospital COVID cases, 71 in ICU. At Providence St. Vincent and Portland Medical Centers, 40% of their COVID patients in the ICU in the past couple of months were under age 50.
These are 40 and 50-year-olds who are relatively young patients to be hospitalized with no underlying medical conditions sometimes, and they're fighting for their lives.
Vaccine hesitancy is starting to become an issue in trying to get more people protected against COVID. Even though more than 35,000 shots a day are underway in Oregon, most have not even had their first shot. In Washington, mass drive-up clinics that used to be by appointment only are now open to anyone who drives in to try and attract more people, as hospitalizations tick up in Southwest Washington as well.
And that's just a reality. If you infect enough of those people, we will see hospitalizations even in younger people.
Virus variants driving the rapid spread. Health leaders are seeing more people hesitant to get a shot, concerned about side effects. But getting COVID can be far worse for you or someone you give it to.
Weighing that versus, what we're seeing in the hospital with people here for weeks and weeks, not being able to breathe. If anybody could see, what we're seeing, I think it would change their mind.
Now, what we also are seeing are a lot more appointments that are available. In fact, I just checked OHSU's website for the appointments out at the airport, Hillsborough Stadium, and we are seeing a lot of these appointments still available long after the 9 a.m., where usually there's been a mad rush within the few minutes they're all booked. There are still plenty of appointments that are available for this weekend, for next week. Again, that's a good sign or a bad sign. A good sign if you're trying to get a shot. A bad sign if there are a lot of people who are saying, look, I don't want the vaccine. We'll keep you posted on all this. Live in South Portland, Lisa Balick, KOIN 6 News.